Hello, welcome to this play, pause, repeat econ video on government failure. So there's your first question to get you going. Okay, hopefully you've got government failure occurs whenever government's attempts to correct market failure, but the intervention makes the situation worse or creates a completely new failure. So this is best used whenever you're evaluating a government intervention. Okay, so if you've got an essay title that looks at the best way or identify policies the government could use to correct the market failure associated with ... I would use government failure to critique a policy, not all of them, but I would use this once per essay. Okay, it's a very good evaluation strategy. So first off, see if you can recall the 7 types of government failure. So there they are. Okay, so you can obviously read all of them. See if you can now pause the video and try and briefly explain what each of them means. Okay, so if we go through them, first one, political self-interest. That's whenever the government are influenced by political lobbying or they act in a way that favours themselves, their family, maybe their political party, their constituency, more than they favour that more than what the general public would benefit from. So they act in their own best interest. Policy myopia, for anyone that wears glasses, that's short-sightedness. So whenever the government maybe try to make a quick fix with a policy, stick a rubber or a plaster on it to try and solve it quickly without thinking about long-term repercussions or issues like disincentives that may come about from the policy. Regulatory capture is this idea that regulators, so those who are responsible for keeping industries in check, actually get captured by the industry in the sense that they maybe get to know the CEOs, the bosses, a bit too well, and therefore they do not put the fines in place. They do not follow the laws as regimentally as they should do, which obviously leads to issues maybe that arise whenever their businesses are getting away with having the regulators on their side. Disincentive effects possibly coming about by lowering taxes that might create or increasing taxes might create disincentive effects. Subsidies again might impact entrepreneurship and actually disincentivize innovation, for example. Cost outweighing the benefit. We've seen a lot of these examples recently. So do the costs of a policy outweigh the benefits to the general public of the strategy, the intervention? Information failures, whenever the government have insufficient information about how much tax to put in place, how much of a subsidy to give, what's the correct price strategy. Now obviously they've got civil servants and experts in these fields, but it is at the end of the day politicians that put these in place, so they might not always make the right choices. And finally, the law of unintended consequences. Sometimes policies have unintended or unanticipated side effects that the government would never have foreseen or hope wouldn't materialise. So as I say, these are all types of government failure. You would apply one of these to, or possibly even two, to a policy that you've discussed in your essay and used it to critique why the policy would not be successful. Thank you.